My name is Mike Weaver, owner of Defense First.
At Defense First, we're all about taking back the control in the game. Instead of reading and reacting, we're all about initiating and dictating.
We work with defense of all ages, forwards of all ages, specializing in defense and thinking the defensive side of the game.
When we created all our drills, we focused on simplicity. We wanted to keep each drill so simple that the player could concentrate on the details. With our low player to coach ratio, we're focusing on giving instant feedback with every rep the player has.
With the game today and the speed and the offense that is created, it's essential for us as defenders to step our game up as well and try and take some of the control back in the game. Offensive players often get a lot of the attention and praise, but the truth is without people playing the other side of the puck just as well, you're not going to have success as a team.
Welcome to Defense First.
I'm going to go over a little bit of kind of how we teach at Defense First, and then I'll go over our schedule for this upcoming season. All right. So really excited about, again, our season. Every year, I really get really excited around January, brand new year, brand new season, kind of the midpoint or getting close to the end of your season. So obviously we got this March break coming up pretty quick. So hopefully you'll be out there. Okay, so Defense First, we're here to go and take back the control of the game. Instead of just your child just looking and following the play, we want to go and initiate it. So instead of reading, reacting to an opposition player, what they're always going to do is they're always going to go opposite of you. So based on us, instead of us reading, reacting, we're going to go and initiate and dictating. And that basically is based on body placement and stick placement. We teach influence at Defense First. We don't just do pylons going around. We go into coming up with a plan for every situation. We teach from the defensive side, but all positions, because we're teaching it kind of as, we're just initiating the play. So it's even the approach from a forward going at a defenseman, being able to influence where you want that player to go makes a huge difference. And we're going to be teaching how to be here and there at the same time. We always got to be efficient on the ice. Your coaches is always yelling at your child to go and, oh, you got to be there. Oh, you got to be here. And why not be able to be at the same place at the right time? And that's basically what we're trying to go and teach, is understanding when to arrive at the right time. If we arrive too early, that puck is not going to where we want it to go. If we arrive there too late, that puck's already been there and is passed by us. So if we're able to arrive when the puck gets to the destination, that is where we have control back in the game. So we are also creating efficient, balanced, smarter players. The first day, typically in our main camps, we go over structure and stride, structure and skating. And then we go over how to be balanced on the ice, being able to react at any point, especially when we do our 2-on-1s, being able to throw it a leg at any point. A lot of times when we first start it, they're trying to throw it the leg and they're really off balance. So we go and teach them the main way of them to understand positioning your body is really, really beneficial. And then obviously at the end of the day, we're trying to create smarter players. Having a plan of action with every situation really helps the player understand what tool to pull out of your toolbox at a given point. If you don't know all your tools and the options out there, well, you're not going to know which one to pull out right away. The first one is the complete defender. So that's basically our staple. It's been with us since day one. I ended up going, and when I played, a little bit about myself, if you guys don't know, I played in 600 games in the NHL, 1,000 games pro, and I ended up putting together Defense First. And basically we put together Defense First to try and understand what I was doing, to be honest. I ended up really trying to figure out why I was so good at what I did. And it's basically, I ended up going and looking to and through the play. I understood influence at such a young age that it really just naturally happened for me. So at the complete defender, that's basically, we're going to be reviewing concepts like I said, structure, one-on-ones. We're going to go over that. There's a lot that goes into a one-on-one for sure. We're going to be teaching it from the going forwards, and then we'll start transitioning going backwards, playing a one-on-one. Being an offensive threat at the blue line. So that will get into our third and fourth day for that. Okay. Then we have the battle checking camp. We've actually had a few girls that come to it, but it's basically teaching about structure in your stride, how to go and if a guy is leaning on you, how to go and take that and handle that, and being able to go and take back the power even if somebody is trying to finish their check on you. Being able to understand that, hey, there's a rule that goes on, that it's a unwritten rule that you are going to get checked, but you're able to go and check the player, and having respect in the game. So that's a really good one. Okay, so defend the rush camp. It's more a little focus camp, but basically that's going to be just really focusing on the one-on-ones and the two-on-ones. The full camp, the complete defender camp, that goes into offense from the defense, and in a review session also. So we are going to be doing the transition to offense camp. It was pretty successful last year and the year before. And it's basically transitioning from kind of like the defensive zone more into the neutral zone, offensive zone. And we're going to be going in how to pass up the puck. Your first option is your best option, because if you wait till your next option, your first option's gone. So getting into offense from the defense, we're going to do a little bit of that as well. It's basically working the blue line offensively. Okay, so like I said, the complete defender, which is our staple, we're going to go into fundamental day, creating structure in your stride, where your stick is positioned makes a big difference. One-on-one day is the second day, really going into the steps. We have a 4-step process for that. We have, first of all, we're going to equal their speed. Second, we're going to figure out where we want to push them. The third is we're going to figure out our gap, which I call free ice. So north and south, up and back. And then the fourth one is right and left. And we're going to give them tools in order to solidify that into your game. Odd man situations, we're going to be going over 2-on-1s. It's similar to a 1-on-1, but for a 2-on-1, you're gapping up with the passing lane. With a 1-on-1, you're gapping up with the player. Offensive for the back end, they also being able to walk the blue line, being able to be a threat. And then a summary day. And it's always good to have a 5th day that really goes over these concepts, because if you don't go over them multiple times in a row, you are not going to be able to implement that in a game. All right, battle checking camp will create structure in your stance, how to receive and give a body contact, giving frontal and side contacts, and we'll get into more advanced hits. Okay, defending the rush. We actually, it's 8 through 10. It was last year. We're going to be opening it up. We're going to do a little bit more with the older players. Usually we do the complete defender for them, but this year we're going to open it up. For that, the defending the rush is mainly just covering concepts of 1v1 and 2v1. Emphasis on scanning the ice is a big concept. A lot of players don't take the time to go and be able to see what's out there before they even reach the puck. And then taking in information and applying them. How to go and once you look around and being able to see the what is available to you. Well, you always want to go, and a lot of players don't realize what to do, right? They always want to go to open ice. That is your goal, always to open ice. And influence in play is in the defenseman's favor. It really makes a difference, understanding the concept of that player is trying to go always opposite of you. So if you go here, that player is going to go there. So what you want to do is you want to go in the direction where you don't want them to go. A player is going to go to an area where you're going to want them to go. And then that's when the control happens in the game. Let's see here. Going into transition to offense, we'll discuss all defensive transitions. Don't guess, influence. Defensive transitions are offensive threats. I firmly believe that. Being able to, because it's a defensive transition, like that, I think that is an offensive play. There's been so many times that I've broken it out that has led to a great offensive opportunity in the offensive zone on the rush. Maintaining control of your puck at all times, understanding and being able to look around and being able to control the puck is absolutely huge. A lot of things that I find is the player doesn't really know what is around them, and that's when they get nervous and they throw up the puck a lot. Own your own defensive zone with a plan. With every situation, like I said before, we're always going to come up with a plan, and we're going to be walking through it over and over and over again. Offensive from the defense, being able to be on the offensive line, being able to walk the line is really huge. Everybody wants to score goals, but I'm going to say, how do you go and do that at the blue line? Well, it really makes a difference, making it very uncomfortable for that forward that is supposed to be covering you. If you're able to go and get that player to move where you want them to move, it really helps to jump into areas that you're able to receive the puck. Okay, so let's kind of get into our camps. Okay, so we have our March break camps. So we are going to be doing, like I said, we're going to be focusing defend the rush. So it's mid-season, kind of getting close to the end of your season. So a little bit of a refresher. We have that. It's March 16th to the 19th. We decided to only do 4 days, so allows you to get a little bit of a March break. And I'm going to say we have kind of transitioned a little bit for the 8 through 10-year-olds. This one is 7:30 to 9:30 in the morning, but the other 8 through 10-year-olds are going to be a little bit later on. So this is basically all. We're going to have the 8 through 10s, 11 through 13s. We're going to have the girls only for 11 through 14s, and the 14 through 17s. We're going to be going over the exact same thing. So that would be the 1-on-1s and the 2-versus-1s. All right. July camp that was very successful. It's a focus camp for development games camp for the 8 through 10s. Having a little fun and learning at the same time, being able to understand the concepts really is great because you're able to apply it right to a game that we have. So we're going to be really coming up. We already have a bunch of games already. We're always coming up with new ones. That's going to go and get your players really thinking and having fun too. That is going to be Monday through Wednesday on the first week of July. But then we got transition to offense. We have that one from, it's going to be, that's going to be a 4-day one the first week. And then we're going to do the transition to offense for the 14 through 17. So 11 through 13, 14 through 17, we'll get the transition to offense. Then we get into the complete defender. So this is the 8 through 10s and 11 through 13s for July week, the second week. So it's only a 4-day camp. So you're going to get the structure day, skating, basic skating, really making it more efficient, getting into pivots, more efficient pivots, understanding where your stick is going to be another key concept during that day, and just going over the fundamentals, because that really does lead into the day 2, which is the 1-on-1, and then leads to day 3, which is the 2-on-1, and then the day 4 offense from the defense. Parents are going to love the 8 through 10. You're at the 9:15, not the 7 o'clock in the morning. All right. So let's jump to the next one. So another successful camp that we had is a special teams camp. This special teams camp really went over a little bit of power play, a little bit of penalty kill, and it's going to be 2 days of power play, 2 days of penalty kill, really going over the different options you have, going over shot, which is very important, especially your power play, blocking shots, different techniques. So that one was a really popular one also. And the three, And it's 2 hours, just to let you know too, it's 2 hours per day. So a 3-day camp, it's going to be 6 hours on the ice. A 4-day camp, obviously, is going to be 8 hours, and then 10 hours for the 5-day camp. So this one is a 4-day camp, the special teams. So 2 hours per day. So you're going to get 4 hours for power play, 4 hours for penalty kill. So that's going to be 9:15 in the morning. And then we have the positioning checking camp. So the special teams camp, if you wanted to go into both of them, you get a discount for both part of that. But this for the positioning checking camp, yes, there's going to be a lot of bumps. It's not going to be high intense. It's going to be really going over techniques, how to receive a hit, how to give a hit. And we're going to be breaking it with a 13 and 14-year-olds group. And then we're going to have a 15 through 17 group also. All right. So getting into our final July 4th, the July week camps, we have our standard AAA, the Complete Defender. Girls could come to that as well. Now getting into the Complete Defender for the girls, it's 11 through 14-year-old girls. That was sold out the last couple times. So we've been really trying to really grow our girls camps out. So that's been amazing. And then we got the 14 through 17-year-olds, the standard, the Complete Defender. So that kind of rounds out kind of our Julys. Okay. Now what we're missing here is we're missing our winter break and our New Year's, which we don't get ice time available right now. We usually get it at September, October, and then we're going to post that also. We also have the 203 Sports Group in Connecticut was phenomenal. The facilities that they have there were amazing. So if you are in New York or Connecticut, if you were in the area and you wanted to come to that camp, I'm telling you, that was just amazing. What a setup there that they have. And also there is going to be another camp. We are working on a few other camps. Most of them are going to be out of the city. So, okay. So somebody posted how many coaches are on the ice for each camp. So we have max 20 kids on the ice. And when we have 20 kids on the ice, we have 4 instructors. So me plus 3. So our ratio is way better than any camp. I don't even know how some of these camps fit 30 on the ice. I think it's crazy. So it is a really, really low, it's a very good ratio for coaches. So hopefully that answers it, Cal. Okay. So in order to go and sign up, you could go to the schedule. It really has a really great breakdown of all the March break. We'll make sure that we mark it off when they've been done, completed. July 1st, getting into the girls' camps are at the bottom. Actually, the girls' camps are kind of intermixed too, and they're also in bulk at the bottom. So we also have a winter break. Again, it's going to be announced. Connecticut's going to be announced. A couple things that we also have is, if you wanted to go and enroll, you're able to click on enroll. Also on the schedule too, if you wanted to learn more about any of the camps, click on learn more. So Defend the Rush, we really tried to break it down to give you as much information. Get back. All right. Book private. Video review is here. We also have sweaters and swag, defense first at the camp. We also have a 10% discount for multiple camps. Any other payments that you are interested in, please let us know. And yeah, if you're able to go and add your profile picture of your child, it makes it so much easier for me to go back. If you're asking me any questions about your child, it really does help me figure out which child it is, because I do see a lot. Hopefully everybody's excited about our camps, what we have. I think we've done a pretty good job of getting our 8 through 10s involved, our girls. I know there's been a lot of growth in that. And yeah, so, all right. Well, hopefully see you at the camp. Any questions, feel free to send Anna an email. We'd love to hear from you and answer any questions. That'd be great. All right. Awesome. Have a great day.